What is going on, everyone? It is Super here, and I'm bringing you guys a highly requested video. This is going to be another real life video, and I know you guys really enjoy my real life videos, my stories, and if you guys do and want to see more, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. It'll definitely let me know that you guys are interested in hearing more stories and stuff like that. So if you guys have never actually watched any of the videos where I share a story, I'll leave the playlist in the description. Usually the stories are embarrassing, funny, awkward. I'll leave that playlist in the description. But now let's get on to the highly anticipated virginity story. So this is going to be pretty much a story of how I lost my virginity. And usually when someone tells their story, it could go either way. It could be really positive experience, everything goes right, and it's just a good time, or it could go the opposite way where everything just goes really bad and it's not a fun time. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, my first time was actually pretty normal. It was fun, it was a good time, and it was just normal. Nothing wrong happened. A bunch of stuff happened later on that could be put into other story videos, because actually this girl that I lost my virginity to, I was actually ended up being in a 5-year relationship with, and so much shit happened. I definitely learned a lot, as far as relationships go, but that's for another story. I'm talking about my virginity story this time. And like I said, it was a normal experience, but the cool thing in my opinion is the way it happens. It's just like a sort of fantasy thing for a lot of guys. Randomly happens, so let me share it with you guys now. So I was 15. I had just turned 15. I was, I think, like 4 or 5 months into being 15, which is crazy, right? I know a lot of people, whenever I tell them that I lost my virginity at 15, usually they're surprised, because 15 years old. It would have happened a lot later on if this girl wouldn't have come into my life. So for the purposes of the video, I'm gonna call her my ex. So I was a sophomore in high school. I was 100% focused on basketball and trying to get good grades so I could stay on the basketball team. And I was really shy guy, which I shouldn't have. I definitely shouldn't have. I should have definitely paid more attention to signs from girls, and I should have talked to more girls and stuff like that, looking back on it now. But that's just how we are in high school, right? It was an awkward time. I was really shy. I hadn't had a girlfriend since 9th grade, so I wasn't in that mindset of trying to get a girlfriend, or seeing what girls liking me or not, or pursuing a girl, because I was 100% focused on basketball, working out, trying to get good grades. And this is where like the luck comes in, because my ex actually moved into the building where I was living at. And like I said, if this wouldn't have happened, I definitely would have lost my virginity a lot later, because I was a really shy guy in high school. And so she moved into my building, and I have a group of like me and like 4 other friends, and we were all like thirsty for this girl, man. All of us were like, she's moving in, and we see a girl, of course, we're like at that age and stuff, so we're thirsty as hell. And this girl's really pretty, man. My ex, really fucking pretty, just my type of girl. Pretty face, really short, and athletic body and stuff like that. So she's perfect for me. I thought nothing of it, because she is 18 years old, right? She's 18 years old. She has a boyfriend. Actually, the first time that I saw her was I was exiting my building, and she was coming in at the same time that I was leaving the building. So she's trying to open the door. I walk in, like I push the door really hard, scare the shit out of her. And just, I don't know, like once that happened, like I looked into her eyes and stuff, I knew that I really like this girl. And I guess just stuff like that just happens, right? Whenever you meet someone that you fall in love with and stuff. And yeah, so that's the first time. Her boyfriend was trailing, so like I said, I thought nothing of it, because she has a boyfriend. She's 18 years old, I'm 15 years old, and I thought, what chance do I have? So I thought nothing of it. A week passes, and me and my group of friends are playing downstairs, because we actually have a basketball court, or had a basketball court built in the backyard of our building. So we would play there every single day. It was pretty awesome. And my ex would actually come downstairs a couple of times a week and stuff, or like every other day, every 2 other days, every 3 other days. to, you know, just chat it up, talk to me, talk to my friends, talk to our little neighbor that would always hang around with us, talk to another girl who was friends with us, our neighbor and stuff like that. Get to know people, right? So I would try to talk to her as much as I could, you know, just try to get to know her and stuff. And one day everything changed. I had a shitload of homework, a lot of homework, and I was explaining to her and my little neighbor, which will come into play in a bit, that I had a lot of homework and just different subjects and stuff like that. And you know, my ex offered me to you know, help me out with my homework if I gave her like a back massage or a neck massage while she's doing it. So we went upstairs, and she actually did. She helped me out with my homework while I was giving her a neck massage and stuff like that. And it didn't last long because I think her dad was like really strict at the time before he knew me. And you know, so she had to leave. I think she only spent like 15 to 20 minutes at my house. You know, of course I got to talk to her a lot more, and not only that, I got to talk to her when I was alone with her. So that was definitely you know, a big help to me. So later on that night, I actually went to my friend's house, and my little neighbor, which got along really well with my ex, it was a little girl, by the way, she told me that my ex told her that she thought I was cute, that she liked me. And when she told me this, I thought she was pulling a prank on me, because come on, like I said, I am not thinking about that just because I think I have no shot. So of course I don't believe her, you know, at the time. But she kept on going. She kept on telling me, like, yes, she said that you were cute, she thought you were hot, she likes you, and that I should talk to her. She kept encouraging me to go talk to her, tell her something. So I started getting a little bit more confident. And you know, I was just thinking about the whole day. And the next night, when it comes to, you know, her coming downstairs and you know, just interacting with us like she was doing before, I take her to the side, I bring her to the parking lot, and I just ask her straight up. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just asked her straight up, my little friend told me that you thought I was cute. Is that true? And then she says yes. She said yes. And at this point, a 15-year-old nervous wreck that I was, I didn't know what to say. I actually don't remember, so it was such a long time ago, but I think I replied saying, well, I think you're cute too. And we went back and forth a little bit. I remember asking her if she was still with her boyfriend that I saw her with like 2 weeks before this, and she said no. So that was like the huge opening right there. I don't know why, but I did not ask her out that night. It would have been perfect. Like, we were alone, we were sharing all these, you know, things, having a nice conversation, but we left it at that. The next night was a different story. You know, I had more confidence this time. I knew that there was an opening there because she broke up with her boyfriend. And, you know, so I pulled her aside. This time we went to a spot that was a little bit more private, and I asked her out, and she said yes. So we made out for the first time. Everything was great. And from there, everything happened really fast. You know, I don't even remember some of the things that happened, you know, like the details and stuff, because this was such a long time ago. It feels like a blur. Keep in mind, I'm 24 right now. That happened when I was 15 years old. So, you know, I can't remember like the little details, but I do remember that I was in the perfect scenario. What guy doesn't like dream of a girl, a really hot girl, moving into you know, his building, his neighborhood, whatever, being the girl next door, which is pretty much what I had. She lived 3 doors in front of my house. You know, so I had the perfect scenario. She would come over to my house. We would, you know, just watch movies and stuff like that. We pretty much did everything except for sex. And from the time where I asked her out to the time when I lost my virginity, I think it happened in around 3 weeks. So the day that I lost my virginity, I don't remember the specifics on dates or any of that stuff. But I do remember that she was on vacation from school, and I had missed school that day because I was pretty, you know, good as far as grades and stuff that year. So sometimes, you know, when I started going out with her, sometimes I would miss a day or two here and there to, you know, spend time with her, because her dad was really protective, and he would go to work from like 7 a.m. to like 4 p.m. or something like that. So that day I decided to stay home from school. I went to her house. We were just watching TV like normal. And all of a sudden she just, gets on top of me, starts making out with me. She actually made the move. I wouldn't have had the balls to do it at that time. Maybe a little bit later, but not at that time. But, luckily she got on top of me. She started making out with me. And then that's when I progressed a little bit more. Started trying to take her clothes off. She didn't stop me, so I kept on going. And we had sex there, right there in her house. I was always worried that her dad would come through the door when I was at her place, and I would be in a lot of trouble. And that actually happened one time, and I got away with it. And I'll share that in a different story, which is a pretty crazy story, by the way. But we had sex, and a lot of people always ask, when you're telling a story, whether you were a one pump chump. And no, I wasn't. I actually did not finish that time during sex, because I had been watching porn for a long ass fucking time. So I was experienced in that regard. When it came to sex, I knew what I was doing, all that stuff, because I had just been watching porn for a long time. I will tell you one thing, do not try to imitate porn too much, because they're professionals. Obviously, most girls do not want to have sex that way. Of course, you find the rare occasion, but that's gonna be it, guys, for my virginity story. I apologize. I know this video is gonna be really fucking long. I'm gonna try to cut it down as much as I can, but yeah, that's how I lost my virginity at 15 to a 18-year-old. And one little side story for you guys: the day after I lost my virginity, I went to school with the biggest fucking smirk on my face. Because if you guys have seen American Pie, the group of friends have like the pact to see who loses their virginity first. Me and my group of friends love that movie, love that series. So we had something similar. We didn't go to that extent, being like really thirsty for it. But we had like some sort of pact on who loses their virginity first. And of course, it was me. So I went to school with the biggest smirk on my face. I was just joking around with them, digging into them a little bit. And, eventually it happened for them pretty quickly as well. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my virginity story. More stories to come in the future if you guys want to hear them. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys later.